Today we are having our first public meeting with the mayor. We will be saying who we are and what our issues are. But most importantly, we will be working out how we want to work with the mayor to accomplish our agenda. Come on, let's get working together, Jackson. Our hands. Amen.
I'm here to remind us how we got to the issues that are on our agenda right now that we're going to talk about. When we founded Working Together Jackson, you all remember we had hundreds and hundreds of house meetings and thousands of one-on-one individual meetings, and the question was, everybody remember the question? What is the one thing that you are concerned about and willing to work on?
Most Honorable Mayor, and to all the assembled here on this given day, the Voice of Cavalry Ministry. Before us is this easel, and on this easel we have information about candidates that have their signature about this agreement for Working Together Jackson as a collaborative agreement. You signed it as well as other candidates. As it relates to this agreement, you agreed along with others to work with us on our agenda.
So I do remember the agreement, and that's why I'm here. And I don't break agreements, so don't worry about it. One of the questions that was raised was about the use of the money for the water bill. The use of the money for the water bill is going to be able to invest money into our water system. We have 100-year-old pipes in some places in Jackson. That's why we have breakups. That's why your water turns out brown sometimes. When the water breaks up, you have main breaks, and it has to be repaired. It has to be a comprehensive overhaul of the water system, the pipes included. It has to be equipment that can be used to stop our water system and our sewage system from having more problems in the future. Because every time we have a problem, then that costs us more money with the federal government. We right now have a consent agreement where we're supposed to be paying $400 million into the water system over a 17-year period of time. So when we talked about water rate increases, that's why we talked about water rate increases. When somebody talked about 1% sales tax, let me say that we need to raise the sales tax by 1%. So not only will we pay the 1%, but anybody that comes into the city has to pay the 1%. So it'll be a contribution here again toward the infrastructure. Our streets really require, we should be paying about $20 million a year to keep the streets in good repair and to repair the ones that are already in bad repair. About $20 million a year. We only able to put, or have in the past only put about $1 million and something in the budget for streets. And then we scrape up some money from federal sources and state sources and maybe get up to about $4 million a year. But what we have to do is we have to increase that if we're going to ever change the streets, rather than just getting politicians that promise to change the streets, right? You get a lot of promises to change the streets. But if we're going to change the streets, you got to get revenues from somewhere. So that's what the 1% sales tax.
I wanted to say that I just have to reveal a little something to you guys. When I was trying to get here, it was pouring down, man. And I said, they're not going to have this meeting. I said, nobody's going to be there. And when it slowed down a little bit, my husband said, come on, let's go. So me and my daughter got in the car and we came. We said, nobody's going to be there. When we drove up here, cars everywhere.
We thought a public hearing meant that they wanted to hear from us. We thought they wanted to know that the children in the area have been hit by cars, that my house had been hit twice by someone driving too fast up and down Wood Street. But they didn't ask us anything about that. There was only one microphone and the city man never gave it up. So we took over the meeting just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit now.
And I like the idea that we have here working together, Jack. because it's an engagement of people action, but it's also an engagement of taking responsibility. I think that that's the important part, and we can never forget. We cannot keep turning to the people who have disappointed us for years, asking them to take responsibility for things that they refuse to take responsibility of and expect the change to happen.
All right.
Mayor, we appreciate you, and I appreciate everybody in this room. I can't remember, honestly, the last time, if ever, that I was in a room with this many people of such diversity, you know, and everybody in here is here for one reason, and that's to make Jackson a better place.
A very successful cleanup in which we removed over 11 tons of debris. As important as our physical labor is, our organizing work is much more essential.
Yeah.
We have met for the purpose of organizing to recruit and train leaders from within our community how to organize others to come together and take over our community.
So you clearly have our commitment to work with you and your staff to make Jackson the place where we all want to live, right? So we appreciate you working with us. We appreciate you agreeing to work with us on the issues, to meet with us bi-monthly, to hopefully assign some of your top staff to work with us, particularly on the 1% sales tax issue.
All right. Our neighborhood has changed since we joined Working Together Jackson. We have a voice now, and we know what we want, and we're going to get it.
So I want to say to you, Mayor, on behalf of Working Together Jackson, we commit ourselves. We're dedicated to resettle our neighborhoods locally, and we're willing to be about having an impact upon this state as it relates to power, to improve this state for the better, and definitely this city of Jackson, Mississippi. This is our pledge to you.